When some cows become ill or lame, they end up in what we call the hospital pen. A pen that is deeply packed with straw bedding to keep them nice and soft and comfortable. And that's exactly the case for this little lady here. This is the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
So like I said in the intro, this cow is in the hospital pen. I'm calling her a cow, she's actually a heifer, which is basically an adolescent cow. So you'll call a heifer before she calves, and pretty much for the first year of her milking career, or the first time she has a calf as well. And she's lovely actually. She's really sore on this front left foot, and it's pretty obvious why. If we look at this inside claw, it's massively overgrown, and you can see so this isn't manure. Well, it is manure, but it's weeping out of her foot as well. I know that all of this is going to have to be removed. I'm quite glad it is, because it's incredibly sore for her, and removing it on its own is going to be beneficial for her. But by the time we finish the entire trim, she should be well and truly on the road to recovery. Right, let's get the grinder straight into action. The first thing we're going to do is reduce the entire size of that inner claw to see what we're dealing with, and to see, wow, that's noisy, and to see if anything materializes from grinding away the excess hoof alone. So you can actually hear that that inner claw is hollow. If I just go quiet for a second, you can almost hear an echo. That dull, deep bass noise means that there is a cavity underneath this hoof horn. And as I'm saying that, we can all see that in zone 2 of this cow, a hole is beginning to emerge. So I reduce the inner claw as much as I possibly dare. I want to take away as much hoof horn as I can so that the work with the knife is a lot easier. And while the grinder is in my hand, clearly she's going to need a block. So we also get that outer claw as ready as possible to take that block and give it every chance of sticking on for the duration. Right, now I know that this is sore, so I expect her to move around a lot. You're alright. I will be as gentle as I possibly can be, but the entire interior of her foot is swollen. So hoof horn itself obviously doesn't swell. It's not alive, but it's what's inside that hoof capsule that swells. If you think of the hoof capsule as her shoe, then everything... God, sorry, it just stinks. Yeah, so the foot inside is her foot, and the hoof horn we can see is her shoe. And in this case, her shoe has got lots of holes in it, and her foot inside is swelling and actually bursting the shoe at the seams. These knives are really lovely and sharp, Craigie boy. You've done a good job. But this hoof horn is incredibly tough. I'm not sure how far... God, look at all that gunk just oozing out. I'm not sure how far this actually extends down, if it goes as far as her toe or not. It's certainly not a small problem, is it? You can actually see that it's right up the wall horn, look. It's separated right up there. Little wonder she's sore, is it? Right. Oh, smack the camera one. Oh, you see that? The knife just hit a soft bit. You're alright, lass, you're okay. Oh. This is bad, isn't it? Such a young animal to have such a problem. You actually think that maybe it's something in her genetics, because this farm is really good. You do not get problems like this here. I'm gonna have to reduce that. Yep, and take that away. Swipe up. Oh, this is so bad. I didn't expect it to be as bad as this, to be totally honest. Just give it all a good wash out. Still got a lot of work to do, obviously. But the cleaner we can get it right now, the easier we can understand exactly what we need to remove. Sore one. All of this is clearly detached. I think this, well, definitely does extend further down. I'm not sure if it goes all the way here. I'm actually going to reduce all of this with the grinder though, because it is so hard. In fact, put a nozzle in first. Right.
I truly never expected this hoof to be as bad as it is. All of that gunk is still oozing out towards the toe area, and I'm going to need to remove all of the overburdening hoof horn that isn't fully attached. Otherwise, there's no chance that this cow's hoof will heal at all.
Right, try and tease all of this detached stuff off as well. Detached hoof horn. Oh, I think this does come to an end, does it? Yeah, it's not quite the way to the tip of the toe, but just about it. All that muck up in between her foot is unsightly, but it's not interfering with any of the work I need to do, and it won't hinder this problem, so it's fine to stay there. By the way, I've got to say that when people who aren't used to watching this channel ask questions and things in the comments, I genuinely appreciate you guys helping me out by answering those comments, because I can't get round them all. So if you are included in that, then thank you very much, because it honestly is a massive, massive help. Right. Try and pluck this bit here out. Use my fingers to tease this bit. Flick away. So bitty. Looking relatively good though. Right, just reduce some of this hoof horn that isn't going in very well. Obviously we're going to block and wrap this and see how she's walking afterwards, but don't expect a miracle, folks, because this is a sore one. Right, I'll just get rid of some of this dirt here and flatten that off a little bit more. I haven't done the best job of it first time around, to be honest. I don't mind admitting I haven't done the best job first time around. I'd much rather underdo something first time than overdo it the first time. At least that way you can fix it. There's no going back if you take too much off. Right, let's get a block on this and get it wrapped up. For a cow to have such a poor start in her career as it is not fantastic. So it's absolutely vital that this block does the job intended and we cure this lameness as quickly as possible. That is a sore foot. There's dermatitis on it as well. And that is as much of a battle as curing the hoof horn as anything. If we don't cure the dermatitis, we don't cure the hoof. It's as simple as that. Isn't it, Craig?
Yeah.
Again, the arms. I go to the gym 3 times a week. He never goes to the gym.
You do remember
Tens them? Like,
Not that bad.
what?
But, you don't really, look, I'm a busy man and I've got a job that's pretty physically...
I do just as much as you, but I go to the gym as well 3 times a week.
I know you go to the gym. That part I'll not argue with.
Can you just say mine are bigger than yours? Please.
It sounds weird.
Mine's bigger than yours, isn't it?
I'm walking away now.
Lovely. Letting her out of the crush is no great surprise that she is still lame. But actually, she's walking pretty well, isn't she? That block is doing an awesome job. And back to her straw bed she goes. You're welcome.